The Premier League and La Liga are widely regarded as the best football leagues in the world. There's always been this rivalry between fans of Premier League clubs and fans of La Liga clubs. Both sets of fans regard their league as the best in the world. If you look at some of the statistics for the last decade or so, you'll notice that La Liga has had some of the greatest players of all time. The likes of Leo Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ballon d'Or winners have been plenty in La Liga. On the other hand, the Premier League is definitely the most competitive as well as the most popular league in the world. And also, apart from that, the Premier League in recent times has been on the rise in terms of quality as well as performances. So I thought it'd be super fun to do a FIFA 19 experiment comparing the two leagues. And I've gone ahead and created a team of Premier League legends, some of the best players to play in the Premier League. The likes of Alan Shearer, Thierry Henry, Steven Gerrard, Rio Ferdinand. And I've done the exact same thing for La Liga. I've created a squad of La Liga legends. R9 Ronaldo, Johan Cruyff, Raul, Ronaldinho. These two teams definitely have world-class players everywhere, and it's going to be fun putting them in a computer versus computer match to find out which one comes out on top. If you guys do enjoy my FIFA 19 experiments, make sure to drop a like in the video, that would be brilliant, and subscribe for more FIFA 19 content. So here we have the Premier League Legends team. I've gone with a 4-4-2 formation because it's a common formation in the Premier League, or at least it was a few years ago. Alan Shearer, the top scorer of the Premier League, a Newcastle legend, he's going to be leading the line, along with Thierry Henry, Arsenal legend of course, one of the best players the Premier League has ever seen, if not the best. Out wide you've got Ryan Giggs, 92 rated, we all know how good he was for of course Man United, spent 20 years at the club if I'm not wrong. George Best, one of the best players Manchester United has ever seen, and we know their history, they've had some world-class players. Patrick Vieira and Gerrard in midfield. How good is that for a midfield? It's got everything. You've got the CDM in Vieira and you've got the box-to-box midfielder in Steven Gerrard. Funnily enough, Gerrard is probably the only player in this team who hasn't actually won the Premier League, but still, he is definitely a legend. Petit in that left-back role, he can actually play there, but of course there wasn't really any other left-back in FIFA 19. I avoided creating any players for this experiment. I just want to keep it as authentic as possible for this one. Bobby Moore, West Ham legend. Fun fact, West Ham retired his number 6 kit number because of how good he was for them. He won the World Cup for England, the only time England have won a World Cup, so he definitely deserves to be in here. Of course, he's not played in the Premier League era, but definitely played in the English League initially. Rio Ferdinand as well, one of the best centre-backs the Premier League has ever seen. No right-back involved for this experiment because, well, Gary Neville isn't in game, so that's why Desai is going to be playing in that right-back role, and you've got Peter Schmeichel in a goal. Imagine having a bench like this, it's actually insane. You've got Van der Sar, Roy Keane, Michael Ballack, Paul Scholes, Dennis Bergkamp. Imagine Dennis Bergkamp not getting in there. I mean, I know I could have probably included Dennis Bergkamp in the lineup, but the thing is, Alan Shearer is the highest scoring Premier League player ever. He's got the most goals in the competition. There's no way he's missing out on this one. Van Nistelrooy on the bench as well, and Gary Lineker, who spent a lot of years at Spurs and Leicester City. You've got Gianfranco Zola, the Chelsea legend, in the reserves, Michael Owen, Rooney and Ronaldo on the bench as well. I decided to include a few players that are currently active as well for this Premier League Legends team, but they're not going to be taking part in it because I want to see, you know, the main icons in action in this one. So that's the Premier League Legends team. Tactics wise, keeping it balanced because that's basically how Premier League teams usually tend to play, not really focusing on one aspect too much. And player roles wise, you've got Gerrard captaining the team, Henry taking free kicks along with Gerrard as well, Alan Shearer taking penalties of course, Ryan Giggs and Gerrard sharing the corners. Here we have the La Liga Legends team, and I've actually switched formations. Initially I was going to go with a 4-2-3-1 formation, but then I decided that's not a formation La Liga teams would use, so I've moved to a 4-3-3 attack because we want to see the attackers in action. And look at the attack La Liga Legends have got. I mean, you've got R9 Ronaldo, 96 rated. It doesn't really get much better than that. You've got Ronaldinho on the left side, Raul on the right, Johan Cruyff Cruyff in that cam role, one of the best players Barcelona has ever seen, one of the most influential at their club. Raul as well, same can be said for him at Real Madrid, spent so many years at that club. Andres Iniesta had to be in the team. I tried including other players, icons, but Iniesta himself is an icon and he currently isn't playing in Europe, so I've thought let's just put him in. Makelele as well was very good for Real Madrid, very underrated for them, and I thought he'd be a perfect fit in this team, so that's why he makes it. Roberto Carlos, we all know how quick he was, his free kicks were unbelievable. In defense you've got Cannavaro and Puyol. I mean, does it really get much better than that? I mean, it's an unbelievable defense. Cannavaro and Carlos Puyol. In that right back role, there was only one option. Dani Alves, who, in my opinion, is the greatest right back of all time, along with Philipp Lahm. And that's why Alves definitely deserved a mention and an inclusion in the team. Iker Casillas in the team as well. Again, hopefully, Casillas recovers as quickly as possible. He suffered a heart attack a few days ago. Thoughts out to his families, but hopefully he recovers soon. And in the reserves and the bench, you've got some world-class players. Fernando Hierro, Deco, Laudrup. Again, Laudrup played for both Barcelona and Real Madrid. The same can be said for Luis Figo. You've got Rivaldo as well, Kluivert, Stoichkov. I could have included Figo on the right side, but I wanted to include Raul in the team just because of what he meant to Real Madrid, because we've included the likes of Ronaldinho and Cruyff, so it just made sense to do that. You've got, of course, Stoichkov, a Barcelona legend. He literally bleeds Blaugrana. In the reserves, I've included a few current Barcelona and Madrid players because I just feel like they deserve to be in here. Gerard Piqué, in my opinion, has been one of the best centre-backs La Liga has seen ever. Like, honestly, he's won so many La Liga titles. Same can be said for Sergio Ramos. Of course, in La Liga, he's been very controversial, but definitely a leader for Real Madrid. And Messi is undeniably the greatest player La Liga has seen, possibly even all time. He's now scored, 600 career goals? He scored the most goals in La Liga. And the only reason he's not in that starting 11 is because I want to see all these icons in action. We've seen Messi's gameplay, and now I want to see the icons. Butragueno, a Real Madrid legend, in the reserve. So this is the La Liga Legends team. Tactics-wise, La Liga Legends are definitely going to be playing a possession-based style of football. Carlos Puyol to captain the team, Ronaldinho and Roberto Carlos, and even Cruyff to share the free kick duties. Penalties are going to be taken by Cruyff. Let's see if he passes a penalty in today's experiment. And of course, Cruyff on the corners. So this is the La Liga Legends team. Time for the gameplay. It is Premier League's best versus La Liga's best. Let's see who comes out on top in this computer versus computer experiment. For those wondering, why haven't I included a lot of the players that are currently active, like, Messi and Ronaldo in the starting 11? Well, basically, I want to see the icons in action for this one, and that's the main reason. The game has kicked off. It's the Premier League's best up against La Liga's best at Old Trafford. Andres Iniesta inside to Dino, back to Iniesta who shoots, and that was brilliant from, of course, Team La Liga. Cross coming in, and the Premier League All-Stars clear the ball away. Still 0-0, but so far, Team La Liga does look dangerous. Out wide to Raul, now it's Johan Cruyff with a chance. Cruyff cuts inside, finesses this one in. Absolutely brilliant from the Dutchman, Johan Cruyff. It's kind of painful seeing him in a Real Madrid shirt, but this is just for the experiment. Just have a look at that for a goal from Johan Cruyff. This is what we wanted to see from this experiment. High quality gameplay, and we're seeing exactly that as Team La Liga have taken the lead courtesy of Johan Cruyff curling it past Peter Schmeichel. Great goal, and it's 1-0 to Team La Liga. Since Johan Cruyff's opener, the game has been very cagey, not many chances for both teams, although Team Premier League definitely look a lot better. Alan Shearer, good hold-up play, finds Gerrard now out wide to George Best. This is what you want to see from Team Premier League, good cross coming in, but Cannavaro at his best, and the chance is gone. Could we see a chance before halftime for Team Premier League as Thierry Henry breaking through now? Henry, can he beat Carlos Puyol? Still Henry on the attack. Good cross coming into Alan Shearer, and it had to be him. The player that scored the most goals in Premier League history gets the equaliser for Team Premier League, and I must say it's deserved. Since Johan Cruyff's opener, Team La Liga have definitely switched off, and of course, Alan Shearer takes advantage. A typical striker's goal. He scored so many of these goals when he played at Newcastle and Blackpool. Brilliant goal there. Thierry Henry doing a lot of work putting in the cross, but what a header from Alan Shearer. Now Thierry Henry on the ball. What we're going to see from Henry inside to Steven Gerrard, who holds off the defenders really well. Still Gerrard. Now could be a chance of a Patrick Vieira who shoots, but that's straight at Iker Casillas. Again, if you haven't noticed, the overalls I've given to the likes of Casillas, Iniesta are representative of how they were at their very best. And that's that for the first half. It's been an even game. Up until the goal from Cruyff, it was all Team La Liga, but then Team Premier League woke up. Alan Shearer gets them back in the game. Let's see what the second half brings. Looks like Henry has been subbed off for Dennis Bergkamp. I mean, not a bad player to bring on, is it? Dennis Bergkamp coming on for Team Premier League. He's definitely going to have an impact. We know how good he was for Arsenal. Team Premier League now pushing forward. Gerrard, now Vieira. Now it's Dennis Bergkamp finding George Best, and what an attempt that was from the current number 7 in this team. But Iker Casillas was up to the task and makes a fantastic save in this one. Cruyff inside to Makelele, now R9 Ronaldo. To Makelele, out wide to Raul, who is still on the pitch surprisingly. Raul whips in a cross. Ronaldinho controls it. We know he's got that touch to control the ball. Back to Ronaldinho. Oh, that's a brilliant ball played in, but Peter Schmeichel was alert. Loads of substitutions so far in this second half, as it seems like Rivaldo is going to be brought on for Ronaldinho. An interesting substitution. It's a corner for Team La Liga. The game has been so even in terms of possession as well, as now Cruyff puts in a great ball. The header is saved by Peter Schmeichel, and Rio Ferdinand gets it away, but maybe not, as Deco puts in a great cross. Peter Schmeichel does get it away again. He's been brilliant. I mean, it's expected. He's one of the best keepers in the Premier League era. Ryan Giggs now puts in a great cross, but Iker Casillas does well. Both keepers have been superb. I mean, if Casillas wouldn't have come out there, Gerrard would have probably scored. It's now Team La Liga on the attack with Rivaldo. Rivaldo inside to Dino. Now it's Makelele who shoots, and that was so close to going in. Inches wide. No chance for Schmeichel saving there, but thankfully for him, the shot was just wide. R9 Ronaldo now out wide to, of course, Raul. He is onside. What can Raul do? Cuts inside onto his favourite left foot. Finds Cruyff, who shoots from a very difficult angle. But Schmeichel, of course, was favourite to save it, and he did exactly that. It's a corner for the La Liga team as Cruyff puts in a good ball. There might still be a chance here. The shot's taken, but it's just wide once again. Missed opportunity there for the Real Madrid legend, Raul. Still Ronaldo Nazario in behind to Deco. What an opportunity for the Portuguese man. Shoots, and that's straight at Peter Schmeichel. Of course, he was going to save that. The first 90 minutes in this one are done, and it's a 1-1 draw. Nothing can separate the two sides. Let's see what extra time brings. Could be a chance for Ryan Giggs now. Finds Gary Lineker, who's been brought on, shoots, and could be a chance for Dennis Bergkamp off the crossbar. How on earth have Team Premier League not taken the lead there? Still Deco out wide to Rivaldo. Could put in a cross. That's a decent ball. Can Raul win the header? Yes, he can. But again, Schmeichel makes the save. It's been very difficult for both teams to beat either keepers. Well, this one's going to penalties. And you know what? I'm excited for it. To see these world-class players stepping up to take penalties will definitely be fun. Let's get right into it. Not much separated the two teams. I guess this shows the quality both leagues have had over the course of the last few decades. Possession-wise, Team La Liga just edged it, but apart from that, it was so even. Dennis Bergkamp stepping up for the first penalty against Casillas. What can Bergkamp do? Goes left, and no chance for Casillas. Didn't even move. Now it's time for R9 Ronaldo to step up. Can he convert? He tries to chip the keeper, and I cannot believe what R9 has done. One of the greatest strikers of all time has just done that. George Best isn't messing around. He does score. It's a 2-0 advantage. Johan Cruyff, we know he doesn't mess around. Can he convert his penalty? He's missed it as well. He did the same exact thing as R9. I mean, do they not learn from each other? And now it's Gary Lineker. He's going to score, is he? There you go. He does score. It's a 3-0 advantage now. And if this penalty goes wide by Rivaldo, it's all over for Team La Liga. What can Rivaldo do here? We've seen some atrocious penalties from Team La Liga. Can Rivaldo change that? Rivaldo, power shot, no chance for the keeper. That's how you take a proper penalty, a good one. And now, of course, it's Ryan Giggs to take this one. If he misses, Team La Liga have a chance. But if he scores, it's all over. Here goes Ryan Giggs. He does score. And the penalty shootout comes to an end. And Team Premier League walk away with the win in this battle of the two leagues. Can't lie, I'm a bit surprised that Team La Liga didn't win this one, but I suppose penalty shootouts, anything can happen. It's pretty much a coin toss, and we saw some awful penalties there from, of course, Team La Liga. But anyways, that's it for this experiment. I suppose according to FIFA 19, it is, of course, Premier League, which is the better league. And that's that for this experiment. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed seeing some icons and legends in action. If you guys want to see more content like this, I'd appreciate a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new around here. And I will see you guys next time.